You know, you got to feel sorry for this little lock. This is from Shane up in Canada. And this thing has been through the ringer. I've never seen a rougher looking shallow. It was dragged behind a truck. Looks like he took a hacksaw to it right there. Tried to get through there with some kind of chisel to get at this retaining screw. It was clearly laying on a concrete driveway when he was beating on it. And then maybe some parts got lost. But he assures me it is a challenge lock. So, you know, we could probably take the wing nut off, and ultimately we probably will. I almost am afraid to see what Shane might have put up in here. But you can tell a guy that builds a challenge lock like this and sends it from Canada, he's the kind of guy that makes coffee on Monday and then uses the same grounds for the rest of the week. I mean, he's a penny pincher. He's conserving money. I can understand it. It's a challenge lock. He cuts his own hair. I mean, things like maybe he only flushes his toilet once a week, so cut down on that water bill. But anyway, we do have a key right here. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there. I think I can clamp it up like this and then find a way to get around this half of a wing nut. Shane didn't want to waste any money on a whole wing nut, so he just sent a half of a wing nut. Kind of like his toilet paper. He buys 2-ply toilet paper and then splits it apart into 2 separate rolls. Same with wing nuts. He's using the other half for something else. Anyway, let's clamp it up and find a way to pick into Shane's masterpiece. All right, I think I figured out Shane's ploy here. I think that he deliberately cut that piece of the wing nut off so you could use top of the keyway tensioning. I am using the long end instead of the short end to fit in. It's a pretty wide keyway. And if that wing were there, I think you'd have trouble using top of the keyway, even with the long end. It is a wide open keyway, though. That's the only blessing on this. It's kind of rough, but I think we can get, I'm going to use the DeForest diamond. This is the one in 23,000 from that Praxis kit. It does reach in there, so I'll just try that. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. I'm not sure if that washer is actually pinching on the core or not. Something's dragging, I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. All right, all the way in. High tension. Let's see what Shane's got here. Shane said in his letter he's been down to the carpet store and he's recarpeting his entire house using the free samples that they give you, those test swatches. That's pretty smart. Way to save a couple bucks. Okay, I got to click on one there. Something's definitely dragging. All right, pin 3. Got to click on him. Pin 2, but it keeps falling down. Something odd about him. Okay, that was 4. Pretty good tension on the core. That was pin 1 again. Shane's the kind of guy, he's driving around right now, watching this on his phone in his pickup truck. And on the seat next to him are a bunch of used cups from all the fast food restaurants. And that's because if you keep the cup, Shane tells me you can get a free refill. Stopped in an art gallery because he heard there's free wine. Doesn't really know anything about art and doesn't care. I'm pretty sure that that washer is pinching this core. I'm going to put a little more pressure on it. See if I can force something to bind. All right, I'm on the last pin. Let's see, I'm going to lighten up, give him a little nudge. I think it just fell. All right, let's try that again. Start with pin 1. Got a tiny click on him. I got more tension on the core this time. That was 3. Good solid click on him. Okay, this is not working because I'm trying to bully him. I'm going to have to lighten up on that tension. There we go. Lighten up on that tension. That was pin 1. Looking for some kind of counter rotation at this point. Come on. All right, I got one binder and that's 4. I'm going to go ahead and... I was going to say I'll force him, but I'm about to break that pick. Come on. I'm going to leave him alone. How about, oh, a little counter rotation there on 2. There we go. Counter rotation on 1. Okay. Okay, 2 is back down. Check 1 again. He's good. If any of you guys have any old newspaper, go ahead and send it to Shane, because he tells me in the winter up there in Canada that newspaper makes fantastic blankets. Okay, I'm on 5, little counter rotation. Come on. Whoa. Okay, back on 3 again with the counter rotation. Oh, I got a very deep fault set going. And if any of you guys have crayons, you know, like broken crayons from, you could send those to Shane too, because he uses them. He melts them down for lipstick for his wife. Great way to save money. All right, I'm on 4. Again, I'm getting counter rotation. Come on. Really stiff core. All right, I lost that fault set. And I'm running out of cheap jokes. There we go. That was the last one. All right. Oh, man. I think the big challenge on this guy was just the pure nastiness of the way that I had to tension it. And I don't know what's inside of here. We're going to find out right now. Let's get that key off of there. It took a while. I got to say that. All right. We'll just cut that off of there. I know you guys love my knife skills. All right, there's what we're looking at. And let's go ahead. I'm almost afraid to try it, but I am gonna. Come on. Get in there. There we go. All right, thank goodness it works. And really, you can tell there's big time dragging going on here, but we got it. All right, there is no screw. Shane has drilled that out, and I think the plan is we're going to take this wing nut off. Let me move all this stuff out of here. Get him up here. I am honestly afraid of what might jump out of there. You know, I might have to. Wrong size. You're kidding me. Let me try that one again. Maybe that was the right size. No. These are in order, so one is too big and one is too small. So I'm going to wedge him in there and then take this wing nut off my hand. All right. Nothing too nasty in there. We probably could have shimmed our way into this. All right, bypass on it. There is no retaining clip on this. So again, why would you need a stinking retaining clip? Those cost money, and we don't like to use money up here in Canada. What do I do with that key? Come on. There we go. All right, I'm seeing number 3. There's something odd about him. And the rest, and also number 5. They're a little bit narrow for their chambers. Let's go and pull these bad boys out. Come on. All right, we have serrated. Also serrated. Standard. 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 And another serrated. There's nothing on the core, guys. I would have thought, looking at those number 2 and number 5, I thought we'd see something odd, but nothing. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, we got a serrated. No. It is serrated, but look how that was in there. Whoops. Let me set him down. That's how he was in there, with that pointing down towards the keyway and the real working end pointing up towards the spring. No idea why we're doing that. Okay, we have a serrated spool. We have a spool. We have another spool. Let me get attack from the other end here. We have another spool. And the last one is another serrated spool. All right, let's get the springs. Looks like they're a little different, so I'm going to take a little time to... Okay, we have a tiny little spring, steel spring. It's all mashed up. The next one goes all the way to the shear line, so he's probably... Oh, he's a steel one. I thought he was going to be a stock spring. The next one, you can't even see. Get some light in there. See if I can do this without hurting myself. Doesn't even come up the shear line. You can't even see a spring in it. Maybe there isn't one. Heck, maybe there isn't one. All right, let's go to number 4. Actually, that would be number 3. These springs are well used. Like everything else in Shane's lock. I mean, why buy new stuff, right? All right, chamber 1. Nothing. Chamber 2. Little steel one. All right, I can see something in chamber number 1 there. You can see it down in there just stuck. So let me get my beater block. And there he is. All right, so wait a minute. Another one popped up down there. So the other missing spring popped up to the top. Come on, come on. Okay, we got, it's actually doubled up. It's a doubled up spring. And there we go. All right, no, I didn't see any threads or anything inside of there. Nothing. So completely stock core, completely stock Bible. The only trickery was inside, and of course that nasty wing nut holding everything together. All right, so what we're looking at, a couple of serrateds, and then these 3 standards, and another serrated keep in here. On the top, I don't know what to call this one. He's kind of like an ASA pin, but it is not an ASA pin, obviously, but shaped like one, but deeper on one end than the other. Serrated spool, regular spool, regular spool. These are not standard American style either. Serrated spool, and then another standard spool, very long one. And then we had some variation in springs. We had these steel ones, and by the way, this one also, I'm looking closely at number 1 and number 6. This one also is a doubled up spring, and 6 also doubled up. Just noticed that. I thought it was just a rusty, knowing Shane's propensity to save a couple of bucks, figured it was like an old spring out of a pen somewhere. Anyway, there's what you got. Shane from Ontario. Mrs. Shane, I would caution you, knowing that Shane likes to save money. If you got a birthday coming up, kind of plan on him leaving you so he can avoid buying you a Christmas present. Anyway, fellas, thanks for your time. Stay safe, stay legal. Thanks, Shane. You know I'm just pulling your chain, right?